Hi, my name is Helena, and I'm here to discuss behavioral psychology. As humans, we have many cognitive limitations. Our decision can easily be swayed by things as simple as how options are presented to us. As humans, one thing we tend to do is judge the quality of our decisions by its outcome. So if the outcome is favorable, then the decision is deemed as good. But if the outcome is unsatisfactory, the decision is deemed as bad. To further explain, assume that you made the decision to purchase 100 different lottery tickets. If you end up not winning a single penny from those lottery tickets, you will admit that you have made a bad decision and you spent your money in a foolish way. However, if one of those lottery tickets was the jackpot and you win $1 million, you might say that buying those lottery tickets may have been one of the best decisions of your life. However, in reality, if we disregard the outcomes, many people can agree that wasting money on 100 lottery tickets is not the best decision. The framing of how options are presented to us have an enormous effect on whether we choose to take that option or not. For example, whether a doctor presents the success or mortality rates of a surgery can have significant impacts on whether the patient chooses to go through with the treatment or not. To illustrate, imagine that you have a surgery as one of your treatment options, and your doctor states that of 100 people having the surgery, on average 10 will die during the surgery, 32 will have died by 1 year, and 66 will have died by 5 years. If you are like most people, you will probably choose not to go through with the surgery. However, imagine if your doctor frames the outcomes of the surgery based on the success rates. He states that of the 100 people having surgery, on average, 90 will survive the treatment, 68 will have survived for 1 year, and 34 will have survived for 5 years. Although you were presented with the same information in both scenarios, you will be more inclined to go through with the surgery. This goes to show that the way something is framed can heavily influence your decisions. Humans constantly tend to defy rational choice theory and the rules of probability. Let's take Mr. Rogers for example. A health survey was conducted in a sample of adult males in British Columbia. Mr. Rogers was selected at random from the sample. Which would be more probable? 1. Mr. Rogers had a heart attack, or 2. Mr. Rogers had a heart attack and was over 55 years old. If you are like the majority of people, you will have chosen the latter. This is known as the conjunction error, because the conjunction, which is the probability of Mr. Rogers having a heart attack and being over 55 years old, cannot be more probable than one of its conjuncts, which is the probability that Mr. Rogers has a heart attack. One famous example of the conjunction fallacy is the Linda problem. Imagine that there is a woman named Linda. Linda is 31 years old. She is single, outspoken, and very bright. She majored in philosophy. As a student, she was deeply concerned with issues of discrimination and social justice, and also participated in anti-nuclear demonstrations. Given this information, which statement would you think is more probable? 1. Linda is a bank teller, or 2. Linda is a bank teller and active in the feminist movement. The majority will judge statement B as more probable than statement A, in violation of the conjunction rule. This may be due to the fact that the description of Linda is highly representative of an activist feminist and unrepresentative of a bank teller. In addition to the conjunction fallacy, psychologists have also found that by putting a third option within two options, people can increase preference for one of the two original choices. Take movie theater popcorn, for example. A small will be for $3.50, and a large will be for $7. Given only these two options, most people will probably save themselves $3.50 and opt for the small box. However, when we add a third option, a medium-sized popcorn for $6, suddenly more people will be inclined to buy the large. Researchers have also found that when planning ahead, people tend to have more variety in their decisions, while if asked to choose on the spot, they tend to stick to choosing the same things. In one study, researchers allowed a group of people to plan their meals for the entire week, while some other people to choose their food directly before consuming it. The researchers had found that those who meal prepped showed more variety in their decisions, while those who chose their food directly before consumption tended to stick to the same choices. This may be due to multiple factors, such as the fact that humans tend to make smarter decisions about what to eat when they are not hungry. But it is also partially due to the fact that when making multiple decisions at once, we can easily see and visualize the variety. However, when making decisions back to back, we can forget our previous decisions. When provided with many options, people tend to be dissatisfied with their final decisions. However, when provided with only two options, they are more likely to be satisfied because there's less possibility of making the wrong decision. We like to think that all of our decisions are under our control, but in reality, our decisions are easily influenced by external factors such as how options are presented to us.